It's been a problem over the last few years. Heat waves are growing in the geographic extent. If you look back at heat waves that occurred in the 90s, they occurred over maybe a couple of states. A couple of summers ago, we had heat waves that covered most of the continental US. The risks will continue to grow. We know that heat waves will increase in frequency, intensity, and duration over the century. The extent to which there'll be a problem later in this century will really depend on how quickly we reduce our emissions over the next few decades. We have to reduce our emissions going forward to make sure that the changes later in the century will be manageable by the people who will be alive at the end of the century. And by the way, most children born now will be alive at the end of the century. So heat waves can be extraordinarily deadly. There's such low awareness in many places that actions are not taken. People just say it's warm outside, but that's not enough to get people to make sure that they keep their body temperature down, that they drink enough fluids, that they try to protect themselves and the people around them from heat stress.
Vai estar aqui algumas 2 horas para sair daqui e ver assim. Oh caralho. Começa nesta, tá? orgulho para o barulho daquela merda arder.
Eu passo muitas vezes para cima das que havia. Não, isto é, mano, aqui, agora é perigoso. Minha preocupação foi minha irmã minha com um sobrinho que sempre teve que sair evacuada com um sobrinho e que as coisas dela já arderam todas. Tenho primos, pessoas amigas lá daquele lado que também estão dentro da tragédia, que nós não sabemos, por enquanto não sabemos nada, só sabemos desta minha irmã, mas está tudo cercado por aquelas zonas daquela parte de lá. Arrisca passar para este lado, por enquanto ainda não, mas está sujeito a passar para as nossas zonas aqui deste lado, desta margem do rio deste lado.
It took hundreds of firefighters to try to tame the giant flames. They had managed to stop the forest fire from reaching the village of Avelar in central Portugal, but despite all their efforts, they couldn't get the blazes under control. The wall of smoke and bright red flames gradually engulfed the mountainous area of Pedregao Grande.
Vinha tudo a arder lá de cima para baixo.
Everything went up in flames from down there and then from there. Smoke came from over that way and it was like hell. We didn't get any sleep.
Exhausted fire crews battled the fires on several fronts. Investigators believe that a lightning strike might have started the fire. They found a tree that was hit during a dry thunderstorm. High temperatures and strong winds have been stoking the fire, the flames and smoke sweeping over a major road. But for many trying to escape, it was too late. They couldn't beat the speed of the wildfire and died after becoming trapped in their cars.
Portugal's Prime Minister has called this the worst human tragedy to take place in this country in recent years. Past governments had been under increasing pressure to try to improve forest fire safety measures, and this government is sure to feel that same pressure. Catherine Stansel, Al Jazeera, Feira, Central Portugal.
Only from the sky can the horror and destruction of Portugal's wildfires truly be seen. Burnt-out cars litter the motorway. Large swathes of land, nature, homes and businesses wiped out by the unrelenting flames converging on the central mountainous region. Authorities say residents are out of the danger zone for now, but firefighters still have their work cut out, working day and night, from the ground and the air, trying desperately to contain the fires.
The reason I am here is simple. On the one hand, to support those who continue to fight the fire. On the other hand, our national priority is to unite and face this challenge. And those who are suffering need our comfort and our sympathy.
This landscape shows just how devastating these fires are. This road is being called Death Road by locals here. It's where dozens of people died trying to escape the fire on Saturday. The earth here is scorched, the trees burnt, areas still smoldering. It truly looks like a war zone.
Forest fires are not unusual here in the summer, but this time they've been so large, spread so fast, that it's shaken people in the area.
Foi uma situação que com 54 anos nunca vi.
I'm 54 years old. I've never seen anything like this before. It's a tragedy. So many kilometers burned in such a short period of time.
Estamos a falar de uma população que está muito habitada.
We're used to dealing with forest fires. It's a curse we deal with every year. But what we've seen this year is total devastation, absolute destruction.
Help to fight the fires has come from near and far. Firefighters from Lisbon, water bombers from France, Spain and Italy. Once the fires are out, the grim task of sifting through the charred debris for victims begins. Officials say the death toll could still rise, as firefighters have yet to reach some of the most remote mountain villages. Catherine Stansel, Al Jazeera, Figueiro dos Vinhos, Central Portugal.
Neste momento mantém-se o número de vítimas mortais, bem como o do número de feridos neste incêndio. Mas como temos 834 operacionais no terreno que estão a ser também reposicionados de forma a poder combater durante esta noite de forma mais eficaz estes grandes incêndios, porque tratam-se no fundo de grandes incêndios, e também o trabalho de remoção das vítimas mortais está praticamente concluído e elas estão a ser transportadas para o Instituto de Medicina Legal de Coimbra.
Sem umidade. Hoje se originou um vento forte tipo ciclone, não é? Tipo furacão, em que empurrava as chamas, o fogo, a uma velocidade tremenda, Ora, é em tentar recolher algumas pessoas nas aldeias para virem para os centros de acolhimento, o que é muito difícil porque as pessoas não querem vir.
E amanhã você tem algum plano?
Amanhã vamos ver, tudo depende da temperatura, e esperamos que corra tudo bem, vamos lá ver.
Here in the U.S., there's extreme weather on this last weekend of spring. Dangerous heat in the west and southwest and violent storms in the center of the country. There has also been an outbreak of wildfires. Paula Reed has the story.
Wildfires in Bryan Head, Utah have now spread across 1,000 acres, forcing hundreds of people to evacuate the small Utah ski town. Fires also continue to rage across other western states. In Southern California, firefighting planes attacked brush fires near Castaic Lake. An abandoned campfire sparked another fire in northern New Mexico, forcing hundreds from their homes.
We're helping with water, we're helping with housing, and just, animals and, whatever anybody needs. We're just trying to do whatever, towels, blankets, anything that's necessary.
Early Sunday, officials said they are finally getting that fire under control.
When you see black on the map, that is a good thing. We are considering this contained.
Summer doesn't officially start until Wednesday, but states in the Southwest are seeing temperatures in the triple digits, prompting some residents to take precautions.
I know it's going to be hot. I can't stand the heat, so it's like I need something to spray myself.
She brought also a towel because of the hot seats, so she can put it down there so we're not roasting or, dishes not like jumping up.
The dangerous heat is expected to continue baking the Southwest region throughout the week. As heat and fire plague the West, wet storms pounded Missouri with lightning and heavy rains. Power outages mean families can't even get relief from the heat indoors.
It's very sticky, very humid, and not tolerable. Just sitting inside of a house like this, no, it's not tolerable.
We're also in hurricane season now. Over the next 24 hours, the Air Force is going to send its hurricane hunting aircraft. And DeMarco will investigate whether or not some developments down there in the Gulf could turn into a hurricane.
All right, Paula Reed. Paula, thank you.
A heat wave is building in the Southwest, triple digits in Arizona today, and tomorrow could be even hotter. Chris Van Cleve is there.
It's a day like today when Phoenix truly earns the name, the Valley of the Sun. A day when even hardened desert dwellers say it's just too hot.
A heat wave isn't really a good way to describe it. It's more like a heat attack.
That's when these heat warnings take on added urgency.
Is this life-threatening heat?
It is.
Captain Rita Bigler is a paramedic with the Phoenix Fire Department.
People can go right from what they think is heat exhaustion to symptoms of a heat stroke, which is actually a fatal illness.
The hottest it's ever gotten in Phoenix is 122. This week, that record is in jeopardy. It'll be even hotter tomorrow, and Phoenix has only hit 120 3 times in recorded history. The heat wave is also threatening to set records across the region, including Tucson and Las Vegas. Even the normally cool San Francisco airport reached 97 on Sunday. Their all-time record is 103. The heat is also being blamed for several fires in the west. This one near Bryan Head, Utah, has destroyed one home and is threatening several others. And California's bountiful winter snowpack is now melting so rapidly the Kings River near Fresno is flooding, forcing over 300 evacuations.
American Airlines has already canceled about 40 flights for tomorrow during the absolute peak of this heat wave. And Anthony, while outside right now the air temperature is 115, 116, we put the heat gun to the pavement, it's closer to 151.
Wow, ouch. Chris Van Cleve, thanks, Chris.
People were grabbing their purses and saying, you know, do we have time to take this or that? And we said, no, you have 10 minutes to get out.
Several wildfires burning across the state tonight. Good evening and welcome to KSL 5 News at 10. One of those fires is in Uinta County, one in Utah County, the other in Iron County near the town of Bryan Head, where hundreds of people have been evacuated.
News specialist Sean Moody is live on the ground there in Bryan Head with the latest. And Sean, it sounds like it's been a tough fight for those firefighters.
Hey, lad, it really has. Firefighters have been attacking this fire from the air for most of the day, and they say it spread fast, burning up about 500 acres so far. We know that one home has been destroyed. Several others are being threatened. Now, there are no reports of any injuries so far, but 750 people are out of their homes tonight, evacuated with only minutes to get their things.
Our tents, our coolers, lots of water, sleeping bags.
It's not the kind of camping trip Kathy Miller expected today.
It's pretty much everything that we just threw in at the last minute.
But nothing about today was expected.
We woke up this morning with a plane going overhead.
And when she looked outside,
it built really quick. It looked like an atom bomb had gone off below us.
So she joined the other 750 people who were evacuated from Bryan Head as this wildfire quickly grew to at least 500 acres.
Our condo was right on the edge of the fire where it started, so we had 10 minutes to get out.
The fire's been a challenge for firefighters on the ground. These Helena hotshots are heading to do what they can.
They'll work to contain the fire on the ground using hand tools, chainsaws, pumps and hoses as well.
Otherwise, it's mainly been a fight from the air. This tanker is the biggest of several that have made drops today, but so far, that fire is 0% contained.
Relative humidity is starting to come up and the temperatures are starting to go down. We expect the fire to probably lay down through the night, not be very active, but tomorrow, with some of the record temperatures coming in, it's gonna be a challenge again for us tomorrow, we believe.
While the firefighters do their work here, Kathy Miller's enjoying the company.
This is Bruce.
And settling in for the night.
We're probably right now just going to go find a place to put up our tents and camp for the night until we can go back in.
Now, investigators have said this fire was human-caused. Beyond that, they haven't specified exactly how it started. Lad, back to you.
Yeah, Sean, let's hope this nighttime weather calms the fire down. Sean Moody live for us tonight from Iron County.
First tonight, hot and dry. Weather conditions aren't making things any easier for fire crews trying to get containment near Bryan Head, while more fires break out in southern Utah as well. Those firefighters working hard to get a handle on the wildfire, burning nearly 1,000 acres near Bryan Head.
Yeah, this fire started Saturday afternoon and it spread very quickly. News specialist Sean Moody has been on the ground there since then and has the latest. Sean?
The firefighters had to work through some pretty tough conditions today. It was forecast to reach 98 degrees out here, but that couldn't stop those firefighters from trying to get a handle on this wildfire. The Bryan Head fire spread a bit from 957 to 969 acres overnight. That number is somewhere between the two right now. Early this morning, a new team of firefighters arrived with more resources and bigger numbers. There are more than 360 of them here now. They've been attacking the fire from the ground and from the air. Even though these firefighters have been working hard, that fire is still 0% contained. We got an up-close look at the damage today. This is north of town along Highway 143. There are charred trees all over the place. There are also several cabins that appear to have been saved. Tankers flew most of the day yesterday, and they were a big part of the fight today, too. 750 people were evacuated from the area. That included a lot of people who were just visiting. The past couple of days, those people have been allowed back through to get items they can't live without.
When we can find little pockets where we feel like it's safe, people have been able to approach the roadblock and radio the town marshals and see if and get an escort in and out very quickly in and out to get, you know, urgent items.
So far, we know the fire has destroyed one home and damaged 3 others. In Iron County, Sean Moody, KSL 5 News.
Hello, everybody. I'm Elsa Ramon.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jeff Vaughn. 850 acres burned in a flash today just outside of Big Bear. Firefighters battling record heat and the fire that just exploded in size. Well, tonight, firefighters desperately trying to get the upper hand.
The fire is burning in Holcomb Valley, 7 miles north and east of the lake. Ranches, pine forest, and scrub all in the path of the flames. That is a lot of fuel. KCAL 9 Inland Empire reporter Crystal Cruz is there live with how it's going right now. Crystal.
Hi, Elsa. We are at base camp. The fire is laying down. The good thing tonight, 2 crews in the air working to get this fire under control. Right here, you can see where firefighters are talking about today and what has gone down. We have learned 1 firefighter was injured, heat-related injury. Now, tonight, there's still a concern about evacuations, even though right now there are no evacuations. People are still packing.
Packed the essentials like my clothes, my shoes, and I know it's kind of funny, but I packed my stuffed animals.
And dog food. She took food for the dog.
Yes.
Children and adults in the Baldwin Lake community are packing just in case the Holcomb fire reaches them.
You know, just personal papers, pictures, our dog's ashes, both our dog's ashes, my daughter's stuff. You know, some clothes.
Even Landry the tortoise will evacuate with his family if these flames get too close to homes.
Yeah, he's coming with us for sure.
A giant cloud of smoke from the fire northeast of Big Bear is causing some families concern.
It's scary, I mean, because if the wind shifts too bad, it'll come straight through here and take off. You know, take out this community.
Firefighters are hitting this 800+ acre inferno of pinyon pines from the ground and air.
But it's very cool seeing it because you know that they're here. You know, they've got everybody here.
Between the oil and sap from the pines, hot and dry conditions, and steep terrain, neighbors here understand this is a tough fire to fight.
Because this is the dry part of Big Bear. This is the desert side of Big Bear. On this side of town, it doesn't get that much snow, rain, or anything like that. It's really dry.
So this fire expected to burn through the morning. The air quality expected to be bad. Now, for all summer school children taking summer school at Big Bear High School, the Incident Command Center will move over there, so classes will now be held at Chautauqua. Reporting live in Big Bear, I'm Crystal Cruz. Back to you guys in the studio.
Okay, Crystal, thank you for the update.
Six people remain missing after a torrential downpour hit western Beijing on Sunday afternoon. Altogether, 11 people were reported missing in Jiaitang Township of Mentou District after an influx of water from the upper reaches of a local river caused mudslides. As of 5 a.m. local time, rescuers had found 5 of those reported missing. Jiaitang is around 100 kilometers away from downtown Beijing and is a major tourist attraction with mountains, rivers and temples.
The continuous heavy rain has led to heavy flooding in Zhanghua County. The famous old streets in Lugang Township are knee-deep in water. The water has also flooded many shops and stuff inside. The city office has deployed temporary water pumps in an effort to resolve the issue. The flood has also caused landslides where some of the debris and stones fell down the mountain and blocked Provincial Highway 139.
The heavy rain continued pouring down, making many residents in Lugang Township quite nervous as the flooding has affected the entire township. Some of the residents recorded the flooding and said that it is hard to believe that they are walking in knee-deep water. The flood has also begun to damage many of the ancient buildings in the old streets, including the famous half-covered well. The city government deployed several pumps and helped clear the flooding by dawn. However, the products in many local shops had already been damaged by the flood. Some also worried that their old houses had suffered structural damage. The soil around the houses has also been loosened, causing landslides and blocking the provincial Highway 139 down the mountain. The landslide has also blocked 2 other sections on the highway, and the highway department has dispatched an emergency team to clear out the blockage. The local residents are all hoping that the heavy rain will stop sometime soon.